Well, welcome everybody to the HRO Adventures Podcast, episode number 23. I'm running solo today as Rusty's out doing Grange business. So thanks you guys for joining us. We have Dan and Brett, or as we call them, the dog guys. So thanks for having me out.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, making the trip over here to Ephrata.
Yeah. So to start with, we're in a pretty cool range that you guys shoot out of. Tell me about where we're at.
So this is the Ephrata Sportsmen's Association here in Ephrata. We're out past the airport on Marksmanship Way now, I think it's called.
Marksmanship Way, I like that.
Or Marksman Way. It doesn't show up on Google Maps as that yet, but it should. This club's been here since the 90s. They shoot pretty regularly. I've been on the board here. This is where I met Dan shooting out here a little over a decade ago. So it's a great little club.
What kind of, I see the different trap setups and stuff. What do they have out there?
Yeah, so we have 3 trap fields with pat trap machines in it that'll throw anything you want to see.
So like voice activated ones?
Yeah, we have some voice calls for those. Trap usually shoots Wednesday evenings and Sunday mornings out here. It's open to non-club members also. We have one skeet field set up right now. The other one's still in progress. Someone's got to put those machines in still. We're a volunteer run club, so it's getting people to come out and do the work is hard.
Yeah, work parties they look good on paper, don't they? But you pick the one Saturday and not everybody can be there, and it's hard to manage. So it's always a constant deal.
We have an indoor slow fire pistol range.
And what does that mean as far as like certain amount of mags or rounds or?
No, so it's like a bullseye. Bullseye pistol shooting. There's a group of guys that shoot that here in the winter.
Cool. You used to have NRA 3-position too, indoor 3-position for the youth.
Yeah, so we do have a youth program that runs out of here, the Ephrata Youth Shooting Program.
Okay.
Or YSA, as we call it, the Youth Shooting Group. They're out here usually on Tuesdays. We've had upwards of, I think we were almost at 100 kids a couple years ago.
That's pretty good.
They shoot shotguns. They shoot small bore rifle. We have a silhouette range that they can shoot on. We host high school competitions out here and stuff like that. The facility also has a 100-yard long rifle range, a 50-yard rifle and pistol range, and a 25-yard pistol range. And then a 450-yard long-range rifle range.
Nice. And they probably do they teach hunter's ed and things out here as well?
Yeah, the facility gets used. The clubhouse we're in now gets used for some hunter's ed classes occasionally. All the local law enforcement also shoots out here. We have a law enforcement-only range that they shoot on. They use this facility for training frequently.
Okay.
And there's a couple pistol bays also.
Yeah, there are 2 action pistol pit bays that have some steel targets in them that are open for club members.
Okay. Well, really appreciate you guys offering the space to record. How can people learn more about the range?
So we do have a website. It's EphrataSportsmans, I believe, .com.
Okay.
If you just Google Ephrata Sportsmen's Association, it'll come up. The membership's $100 for a calendar year.
Oh, my gosh.
If you buy a membership after November 1st, you get the current year as long as we still have keys. And next year. So a lot of people give them out as Christmas presents around town.
Okay. And is it all just show up, help yourself? I don't see any, like, is there a range master or anything?
The shotguns have a range master.
They do, okay.
Only certain times that they're open.
Right. Okay. So the trap and skeet fields are only open when we have scheduled events. We also shoot 5-stand Sunday mornings.
Okay.
There's people that
So there's people to help set up, and you're not just on your own to come out here and learn how to load one of these machines or anything. So,
a lot of members that come out and shoot on the trap fields when we're not throwing targets out of the machines, bring their own throwers. That's always fun too.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, again, thanks for making it available for recording. It's a pretty cool place. So let's move into how you guys are tied in with HRO. We've had you on the podcast before, but before we get into the hunting and dogs and stuff, let's start over here. How are you involved?
So I'm Dan. I'm the crazy guy that got Rusty started doing wild birds.
You're the one.
Yeah, I'm the main wild bird guide. I've done 4 trips this year, I think. Somewhere out there. They've all been great success. So that's how I got started. I started as a junior guide on the reserve and then I got him talked into doing wild birds after his chucker issues, deer hunting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my tie-in with
Okay.
HRO.
So, and you're into the guiding and the wild birds and stuff like that,
Yes.
and some dog work, right?
Yes, very. My dogs are trained on wild birds. That's how I do my training. And then I call Brett up when I have major issues,
Yeah.
and he helps me.
So, Brett, how are you tied into this?
Yeah, so I'm also one of the preserve guides and one of the wild bird guides. I've been doing it for a couple of years now up at HRO. I train dogs, train my own dogs. I've trained Dan's dogs, and
Yeah, you're
I
the
work-
crazy training dog guy. Yeah.
I have a lot of knowledge in there. Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
I mean, dog training is mostly knowing a lot of different ways to try and get a behavior
To get
or,
through to a dog.
or to set a dog up to succeed, knowing
Yeah.
how that dog sort of works.
Yep.
So yeah, I haven't done a wild bird hunt this year. Dan's unfortunately got all the bookings, so
There you go.
I think he's got this Fridays.
I do have one booked on Friday. A couple guys.
Okay.
I still have a job. I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I work Tuesday through Friday.
It's
so.
funny, the emails and the comments we get. It's like, oh yeah, this isn't what I'm doing full time,
Yeah.
like to pay the bills, right? So
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. And I remember even as a Boy Scout master, I'd have parents, asking for we'd need help for camp outs. And, well, I work. Like, you guys don't think I'm like a professional scoutmaster, do you? Like, they don't pay me anything. I have to work around this as well. And it was just funny. They'd always like, oh, I guess we just assumed that's what you did. So yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, awesome. And then where are we in let's see, we're in October. Where are we in sort of the wild birds or preserve hunting schedule?
Wild birds, this is primo time. If you haven't booked, you need to book now.
We
Yeah.
need to go.
Yeah.
It's pretty much primo
This
up until
is-
some snow comes, I think, right?
Even
Is that what we're
snow.
saying?
Snow makes
Okay.
the first snows are the best
Okay.
hunts. Like,
So-
I will be sick on the first day it snows.
There you go. So literally, like, we've got it dialed in. We've got the guides. We've got the locations. The birds are ready. The weather has been. I mean,
Yes.
it's perfect, right?
Oh,
So
dogs are able to scent. It's not 95
Yeah.
bloody degrees
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
afternoons.
Yep.
So this is where it really starts to
beautiful
take
time.
off
Yeah.
out here. The weather has turned enough that the green vegetation's going away, the really
Oh.
green stuff that makes it hard for dogs to scent in.
Yep.
We're getting some nice dry grass and
Is
some good
it
green. out.
the fresh green stuff? Does it have a scent?
It
that-
does.
That
And
masks.
it absorbs too.
It
Yeah,
absorbs
okay.
scent and it helps
I always
to
wondered
mask,
what it did.
mask scent.
I knew it
Yeah.
was an issue. I didn't know why. So,
Yeah,
but
and-
if you walk through and break branches and can smell it, right? Probably the
Yeah.
dog's all,
yeah.
all confused or
Yep.
messed up,
And
right?
we actually have humidity. So Eastern Washington, this is our wet, rainy season.
Yeah,
now,
there you go.
everyone. So this is right when we finally get our dogs can scent, and the scent holds on the ground. It's just
Perfect.
not
So you can do
dust.
everything the dog can do at this point,
Yes.
right?
Yep. And the younger birds are mature enough now; they're holding scent
Yes.
pretty well, as
Interesting.
opposed to like October, where young birds are still not holding scent very well. It's
Ah, okay.
part of their evolution and defense mechanism.
that.
Small young birds don't
Yep.
hold scent.
Really?
Very
So
well.
predators can't find them?
Yeah, exactly like a fawn, deer and stuff.
Had no idea. That's
Makes
pretty
it
interesting.
Real hard for the dogs to
Yeah.
find them too, especially
Yes.
after you shoot them.
Yes,
Yeah.
the recovery is way
Interesting.
better right now.
Well, so make sure you go to hiddenranchoutfitters.com and get a hold of Rusty and get some stuff scheduled, because this is we got a couple months probably of prime.
So
I would think.
MLK Day is when pheasants, quail, and hunch close down in
Okay.
January, and then end of January is when chuckers. But once we hit the week before Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
we start a ticking clock of when we will get shut out because of snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've
So
been-
right now, plenty of time if you get on there and book.
Yes.
So.
Yes, and there's some photo. I don't know if we'll share the photos. or
Yeah.
not.
Well, we'll have Ron put the photos up and.
And there's that. Brett was our model for those, but that was all right after Thanksgiving. All that,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I think that if we showed the one with you in a limit, I think that was an hour and a half on our wild
Wow.
chucker hunt.
Yeah, that last year. So last year for my Christmas present from Dan and from my wife Candy, they bought me a guided wild chucker hunt at
Yeah.
HRO with Dan.
Nice.
Pretty much so that I could play client and we could
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sort
And
some things out, right?
get
Yeah.
some great pictures for the website and show everybody what these
Yeah.
hunts are all about. We
She
had a
does
limit. and-
awesome pictures, man.
Yeah.
She does such a good job. So.
we need to get her on some point because she is
Yeah.
ridiculously
I
good.
think
at
she's
it.
the official HRO photographer at this point.
for the birds, definitely.
For the birds, yeah.
Yeah, so we hunted the downhill side of one of the wild chucker walks
Okay.
on that, and had a limit within about an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just for people that are just tuning in or people that have been on the fence kind of thinking about it, what's the terrain that we're doing the wild hunts in?
So it depends. So with the pheasants, it's big rolling hills,
Okay.
deep draws with thick cover. For chuckers, we have 3 to 4 spots. The least elevation you'll do is 800 feet. The most you'll do is 2,000 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it really depends on your physical abilities. We do rotate. People rotate spots, so we don't hit the same spot multiple times in a week. I mean, you might hit one spot, and then it'd be 2-3 weeks before you hit it again. We want
Okay.
to give you the best opportunity on the
Yeah.
birds.
And it is a walking program, though, right?
Yes.
So what kind of mileage, just on average, I'm thinking if people are thinking about what they should be practicing? You know, you don't really have a heavy pack.
That
You're
also
kind of
depends
upland
on your
birds.
shooting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are some of the factors somebody could maybe incorporate into training to try to get a little bit?
For the wild pheasant hunts, you're probably going to be looking at walking between 5 and 10 miles, give or take. Again, also depending on your shooting. The chucker hunts at least 7 miles, up to probably 12.
Okay.
And that depends too. If you like this last weekend, I had clients that had to get out for a flight. They flew from Arizona. I have a really small little walk. It's 5 miles tops, 500 feet elevation, maybe 700 feet. Depends on how I do it. We were in and out in like 2-3 hours.
Okay.
So it really, you need to work with us as guides in Rusty, and
Yeah.
we will try to set you up for success.
Perfect.
So then that hunt I did with Dan last year, we walked maybe 3 miles, but
Yeah.
I shot exceptionally well that
Yeah.
day too.
Well, so then let's add in then, we're talking training and some walking.
helps.
It can be a wet, like the knees down to the shoes can be a wet endeavor, right? What kind of pants and stuff should people be doing? Those upland canvas pants? What are people showing up with that makes sense?
Different gear for different cover for sure. You want to talk about the chucker?
The chuckers, you want stuff that stretches.
Yes.
You're gonna be whatever. If you at all have gear that may rub wrong, you don't want
You
it
will
to
discover
rub
it
wrong.
on that hunt,
Yes.
won't you?
You want stuff that can flex because there
Yeah.
are certain parts of the chucker hunt that you are definitely in yoga positions.
Yeah. Okay.
It is not very much just flat. We're not flat ground.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's obstacles and rocks. And,
yeah, I think there's certain times I call it 4-wheel drive, literally, or to get the birds if we have to recover it off to the side. You're on your feet and you're just leaned over with your.
Oh, we've gone down scree piles on
Yeah.
hands and knees, and shotgun strapped onto your pack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Gators help in that kind
yes,
of terrain, probably.
always if you have gators, bring gators.
Yeah.
Grass is wet, like I said, it's our rainy
Get wet
season
right
finally,
away. Yep.
and nothing is worse than having wet feet.
Yeah.
And then as far as the type of gators, I do not like the ones with the buckles on the side. Chucker country tears those buckles
Okay.
up
Yeah, we have
crazy
rocks.
fast.
Interesting. Okay.
We have basalt rock, and it does not give.
Yeah,
It's very
Sitka-
abrasive, isn't
yes.
it? Yeah.
Sitka makes a gator that's got just a plain strap. It adjusts inside the gator.
Gotcha. That's a good
Those
idea.
ones have held up for us longer than
Okay.
any other
Yeah.
brands.
And
Okay.
They also have a great warranty, so you can get.
Yeah, that's
You'll
part of it
use
too,
it if
right?
you chucker hunt. You'll
You'll
use,
use
that
the warranty, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we take a break here, let's, as people are thinking about it too, load size and shells and all that. What are people shooting, or what do you recommend?
So for chuckers, I recommend lead 6s every day, all day.
Lead-
Nickel plated lead 6s are
Okay.
the go-to for us.
Okay.
Well, I like the nickel plated a little more than Dan does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still use unplated, but I also have a different gun than Brett does, so it patterns completely
Okay.
different.
Yes.
And you guys all using 12 gauge? Anybody use
No.
anything different?
We're
No.
28s.
You guys are 28s. Okay.
20, 28, and 410.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I-
410 even would work.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You have to be an exceptional shot. Like
Yes.
Brett
Yeah.
is a ridiculously good shot.
Yep.
So he can get away with 410. If you don't practice with it, don't bring it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Practice.
Okay.
We're at a gun range.
Are you guys reloading or anything, or?
No.
Okay.
Not for this.
Okay.
We buy Fioshi golden pheasants.
Okay.
Is a big one for us, and
Good.
then
Yeah, people
I
can
go,
look that up and see what it's about. Then.
I use Winchester Super X and played it.
Yeah,
but
that's what I use.
it's a cheaper load, but it works great over pointing dogs. I would not do it if I was running flushing dogs. I would go straight to Fioki.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Just
So
the range.
I started chucker hunting with a lab. I didn't have a pointing dog. I had to be in range. I was taking further shots. I was shooting a 20 gauge with 3-inch golden pheasant 6s.
3-inch. Okay.
Or 3-inch Boss bismuth number 5s, because that's what I shoot for pheasants.
And those are copper plated.
Those are copper plated shells.
Okay.
Or shot.
And where we're at, we don't have any restrictions on lead or anything at this point. So.
We do not.
No, not for the upland birds.
Yeah.
For pheasants, depending on where you are, like if you touch a release site.
Yeah.
But
I carry non-tox for pheasants anyways,
Do ya?
because we
Okay.
almost always end up jumping ducks.
and
good
that's
idea.
something that Rusty does have duck hunts. Hopefully those get started here very soon.
I think so. Yeah. All right. Well, and the last item on that, chokes. What chokes should people plan to practice with for?
At least a modified.
Yeah, mod's a great all-around choke.
Yeah.
Whether you're with a 12, a 20, or a 28, modified's great.
Okay.
Really early season young birds, you can get away with a cylinder, an IC, and one barrel, and a modified in the
Okay.
top
So
barrel.
they may, depending on what they want to do, shoot. Practice
Later
with
season,
everything.
into November, into December, at least a modified choke.
Yeah.
The birds aren't going to be as close anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I tell all my clients just run mod.
Just mod. Okay.
Mod, and if they have an over and under, light mod IC first shot, at least a mod, improved mod on the second shot.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break and get a message from Preacher Dave, and then we'll come back and talk about wild bird stuff. All right. We'll be back soon.
All right.
Hey there. Preacher Dave for HRO Adventures. There's a fierce warrior in the Bible, a fellow that literally killed giants, and he led the army of Israel into fierce battles against thousands of soldiers and never got defeated. David made a name for himself as a fierce warrior, and he did all of that before he was even 20 years old. And like many fierce warriors, David also played the harp and he wrote poetry. Well, actually, I don't know any fierce warriors that are known for their poetry. But "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," that's one of his. That poet warrior wrote most of the Psalms that are in the book of the Bible. David knew something that made a huge difference in his life. He knew how to take time, how to stop fighting, how to let go and let God be God. The warrior poet knew that you can't always be at war. You have to stop and get away, consider what's important. Many times life that we live it at breakneck speeds. We live at a constant speed of fast or faster. I'm sure that you felt that warrior's pace before, battle to battle to battle, the next thing coming. The poet warrior wrote, "The nations are in an uproar, the kingdoms rise and fall. But God says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I'll be exalted in the earth." Sometimes you have to stop. You have to go back to hunt camp. You have to go back to the shoreline. You have to relax. God's got this. Let go of the stress and the worry that makes you feel like you need to be fierce. Let God help you. Be still and know that God is greater than whatever you're running to or whatever you're running from. Be still and walk with God a while. This is Preacher Dave reminding you, I'm glad we're on this adventure together.
All righty. Well, welcome back to the HRO Adventures podcast. We were just talking with Dan and Brett about wild birds and other adventures that we have at HRO Adventures. So let's get into the wild birds, because you've had a few clients now. How's the guiding going? What are some lessons learned? And what are some things people can expect when they sign up for a wild bird versus the preserve stuff?
So we've had two big groups this year. The first group was kind of we openly called them guinea pigs. And we warned them.
Got to start somewhere, right?
What sucked is that during that big snowstorm that came into the Cascades, we got rain. So we got rained out we had, I think, an hour and a half of no rain, and during the 4 or 5 hours that we were out there. So it was rough. Ended up really great. They gave us some great feedback. Learned a bunch too. Ron has exceptional cover.
Wow.
The birds have most of the advantage. Unless they get in the draws and you can kind of concentrate them.
It's a lot thicker habitat than the preserve for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, different, right? That's
Yeah.
what's neat is he's got all kinds of terrain to offer to you, right?
Preserve's a great easy walk. You get some nice birds. We have some
Yeah.
good cover on the preserve to hold those birds for you, but the wild cover is a lot thicker.
It's
Yeah.
exceptional what he has. And then he's got some tree stands that are like you shoot pheasants like you're shooting grouse.
Oh, cool.
So it was a hoot. Then we had the next group came in and we dialed in a little bit better, and they ended up getting 10 out of their 12 for the day, and then they each got a hun. That's kind of the fun part about Ron's place is that we get a bonus hun. I kind of my dogs like huns. I love huns.
I have seen one of Dan's dogs blow by a covey of chucker to go point a covey of huns.
Really?
Yes, they're
You
as
know,
bad as their
that's
owner.
pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So I have a limit on my clients of 1 hun per client.
Okay.
Kind of just a rule that we have. So 4 people go out, we get 4 huns.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin. Those are strictly wild birds, and I want to make sure every client has an opportunity at maybe getting their first hun.
Yeah.
So with that group, we got 10 out of 12 of the pheasants. That was a great day. It did not rain besides the first half an hour, so the birds, we didn't get sloshed. But like I said, the cover is just amazing. It's thick, it's diverse too. So we're running on hilltops and deep draws.
Okay.
For those that have been down to the Palouse hunting, down by Walla Walla, Pullman, it's very similar to that. You have nice big rolling hills with deep cover and thick grass in the bottoms. Then I've only done 1 day of chuckers, and it was exceptional. I think we had 70 birds up in the first 45 minutes.
Wow.
So that was a lot of fun. Didn't get a whole lot of shooting because no one was really ready for that. Even the guide, even myself, I wasn't prepared for that quick of an intro to the chuckers. But the bad part about chuckers is that you usually have that flashbang, and then they're down the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
And we didn't go chase that day, which I wasn't upset about at all. But it's
Cool.
It's been really good this year.
Okay.
Rusty's got a few spots that we haven't even got into yet because he's got rutting deer in there. But from the reports Rusty's told me is that I am licking my chops
Yeah.
right now to get in there.
Yeah, and so that's sort of an exception to the general bird hunting, wild bird hunting this year. We had some really bad weather over the summer when we really didn't need it, and it really damaged the hatch. The drought, prolonged and continued drought up here has also really put some
Yep.
pressure on the birds.
Yes.
See that with turkeys, everything, yeah.
And with Rusty, with them having grazing, they have waters everywhere. I mean, Brett and I were out, and they're hard on water right now.
Yep.
And they shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
because of how Rusty and his landowners have managed their land, they have all this habitat and kind of the other thing. They have the food, the water, and the house all relatively close to each other, and it's all really, really well.
Yeah, and a
So-
really, really large population of adult birds. We did have boom years the last 2 years. This year, a little bit not so much. But because those birds have done so well and they've got that great habitat and all that water, the adult birds made it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really big mature holdover birds.
Really?
If you're looking for a mountable chucker, this is
Wow.
where you'd find
There you
them.
go.
This
See?
is the year. I mean, I think last
Okay.
year we got one that was the size of a small hen.
Yeah, a small hen pheasant. I mean, it was the biggest chucker I've ever shot.
Wow.
Yeah, and
He was huge. He was a pig.
Yep. I mean, if you want a stuffer, this is the year to go get stuffers. Even on the huns,
Okay.
like they're as big as a chucker right now.
Yeah,
Some of
so-
the big males that we're getting.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of mature birds, not so many juvenile birds, which is expected this year.
That's
Yeah.
great.
But-
So give me an idea of, say I want to bring a group. What do we do, 4 people to a guide?
So we generally try to only do 3 on the wild.
3 on the
'cause
wild, okay.
I'm crazy and I did 4, and it is a lot of work. I think we ended up, part of the reason why we missed out on some birds is it takes a lot to coordinate 4 people.
Yeah.
But we did get into birds. They had a
Okay.
hoot and a half. I mean, the guy's still texting me right now, sending me pictures. He was
Okay.
he was just happy. And ecstatic actually is probably more accurate. But generally we try to do up to 3, especially on the wild chuckers, because we are talking, depending on where we're at, it is some vertical country.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you're
And it's primarily a safety issue. I mean, you've got
That's a
4
lot of
guys
fields of fire,
there.
right? Yeah.
yeah, and
pretty gets a little dangerous.
Yeah.
yes, it's
So if you got a big party or a corporate kind of thing, the preserve probably makes more sense
That-
than dragging everybody from the office out who may or may not be ready for that.
I would
right?
definitely do the preserve, and also the preserve.
I mean,
not everyone's in fitness to do the wild birds.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's like Rusty alluded to last time at the end. Everyone has pretty much sworn that this is not your South Dakota.
Yeah.
Which is what everybody pictures, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
where you
not
get
one
your
of
picture
those.
from.
This is
Yeah.
more intense.
Yeah.
A lot of fun though. If you're into that type 2 fun,
Yeah.
this is your type
This
of
is
hunt.
definitely type 2 fun. That's right.
Yeah. I'd rank this somewhere less intense than Hell's Canyon,
Okay. I've been there, yeah.
but still, it's a pretty tough walk. I mean, these are the Columbia breaks
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we're hunting.
So what kind of footwear are you guys doing? Are you guys doing specific types of boots for this? Or
Mountain
just regular
boots.
hunting mountain boots. Okay.
If you were going to go sheep hunting, buy those boots.
Gotcha.
or elk,
Okay. It's kind of the
if they're-
same idea, right?
If you're a backcountry elk hunter,
Okay.
those things,
They're-
you want the stiffness.
There are a
Okay.
couple chucker places we hunt up here where we run into sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I figure.
We're above the sheep actually.
Yeah. And that's something the sheep are wondering, how the heck did you get up there?
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Cool.
Hoffman's, Crispies, Kenetrex, that
Okay.
style boot.
Yeah. And those things take some breaking in usually.
Yep.
So you gotta lead everything, right? You can't be last minute guy.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'll preference this. If you're a once a year kind of guy, you can get away with some of the danners. Just
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
What you're looking for is something that's somewhat stiff because you're going to side hill, so you need a platform and you need ankle support.
yeah. Don't
Definitely
wear,
ankle support,
Don't
yeah.
wear your Merrills or your
Yeah, don't wear
hiking
low
boots.
top hiking boots.
Yep.
Your
Yep.
feet are going to hate you.
You
Yes.
will wish you hadn't.
Probably going to end up rolling down the hill, and we're going to have to come and get you.
Yeah, and you don't want to get hurt out there. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, since we're specifically looking at like using dogs with hunting, the options are what? Number one, they can hire you and you bring the dog, right?
Yep.
Do we have the option of bringing our own dog?
Yes.
Depending on the training level and coordinating with you guys,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the wild hunt is what you want to make it.
That's
right?
what I thought, yeah.
You want to bring your dog and come out and have a great hunt. We're going to stick a guide with you, and they're going to put you where the birds are. And they're going to make sure that you get some opportunities. Well, that your dog gets some opportunities
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say,
find birds.
Yeah.
Whether your dog works the birds right and you get an
Yeah.
opportunity to
But
shoot,
you'll
that's
set,
up to you.
You'll
Yes.
set their dog up for success too,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
To find and get the smell and
Yep.
see what
Yeah.
happens. And,
Yep.
We'll put them in bird dense areas.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
again, just get a hold of you guys through
Yeah,
the
the first
Hidden
hunt.
Ranch Outfitters website,
Yeah.
and then coordinate how to use your dog based on what your dog already does or doesn't do, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the first hunt, they brought out their Brittany.
Okay.
Towards the end, I brought out my two big, I call them my big guns.
Yeah.
They're the ones Brett has helped me finish.
Ah.
But they're 150, 200-yard dog. That dog was having issues with my 50-yard dog, and I was,
Interesting.
we'll work with you on there. We want
Yeah.
you to have success.
Yeah, and I think what's neat is there's flexibility, and we want you to get what you want to get out of
Mm-hmm.
using your dog as well. This isn't a exclusive. We don't want to touch your dog kind of thing or anything like that.
You're
so.
You're paying for the experience. We want you
Yeah.
to enjoy what you're
And I
buying.
think that's what's neat to convey on a podcast, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
it's really call them up and we'll build
Yeah.
what you want. So
The main wild hunt that I had
Mm-hmm.
last weekend, they called and we set it up exactly what they wanted to do.
Oh, perfect.
It was a graduation gift, and the guy said, "I want this," and we said, "Well, we'll try to do our best."
and did they bring a dog?
No.
Okay, so you just ran your dogs. Okay.
They were debating on it, but they flew in from Arizona, San Diego,
Oh wow.
and a few other places.
So they probably came out to get a feel for if
Yeah.
should I bring my dog next time or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're talking about dogs, where are we in the calendar of dog training? You know, we got people that maybe are looking at getting a dog towards Christmas, or people that are looking at the next year's bird stuff. What are some things we can do if we are thinking about, or they're searching breeds and all that? What kind of things can they do? And then the folks that, I see them on the west side, right? Go to the park, throw the training device and all that, but they'd love to go the next level. So what are some things they could do?
If you're in a puppy stage, which is where I usually train more at, bring them out to the reserve, let them encounter, let them have success. Brett's right now working on a dog with that.
Yep.
And it's just let them have success. If you're thinking about it and you've never hunted your dog, don't go to a wild bird hunt.
Yeah.
Like, just don't. Go to the reserve, have success. Like I said, you want the dog to win. And
Yes.
then Brett has way more on that than I
I
do.
mean, the best way to train a dog is to set them up to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be hard to break old habits, right?
You don't want to try and trick the dog when they're learning a new behavior. You get to that later when you're trying to bomb-proof something. Then you start throwing wrenches. But almost every time I'm setting a dog up to succeed, every time I want them to succeed, I want them to imprint that, and I want to repeat it because that's how they retain information.
That's how they learn. Okay. Okay, cool.
And if you're looking at dog breeds, hire one of the guides. I think every guide we use a different dog breed.
Yep. Yeah, we have guides that run labs. We have guides that run setters,
Okay.
pointer,
Brittany's.
So it makes
Brittany's.
sense to come out and maybe do a hunt or something
Yeah.
just to see what
Yeah,
that's like,
and
right?
If you're interested in a certain breed, get a hold of Rusty. He can maybe try to get that guide out there. We don't have every breed known to man.
No,
so if you
no,
do
no.
like a Brocco Italiano, like Ron Bain, like we don't have one of those running around.
I could get one. I know a guy.
But yeah, I mean, it'd be a good resource, right?
But,
So-
yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let's see. So wild bird options, we still have some more available.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so just people need to call,
Yes.
We do only do a limited number of the wild chucker,
but you can have
but
some
we still have a
available.
couple left this
Okay.
year. But they're going to get booked because now
Yes.
we're getting into the best time of year to hunt those birds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And it's just a phone call, and
Yep. Website's great
Yep.
too.
Yep.
I believe it is all up and running.
yep,
from last
it's
I
all
heard.
up and running. Looks good. So yeah, you can get enough information, pricing, and then contact with Rusty, who can put you with the applicable guide or whatever makes sense. So, like we always say, just give Rusty a call, and he'll take it from
Yeah.
there and build you the adventure, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm sitting here looking at some of these trophies, and some of these have your name on them. What kind of are you still doing competition?
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of competition are you doing? Tell me about that.
I shoot ATA trap and PITA trap.
Okay.
So that is you kind of shoot a single target coming out of a trap house. I used to do Olympics. I used to trap for the Olympics and everything else. Speaking into the bird hunting practice. I wish I practiced more than I used to, but this was my home club growing up.
Yeah.
Where we're at, and then I've since moved on to a different club where where my competition friends
Okay.
hang out. So
And is this team sport or individual?
individuals?
Yeah, it's all individual.
I used to
isn't
do
it?
teams.
Okay.
I did it in college. On a team. We took a couple. We placed a few
Okay.
times in nationals, but the big thing is if you're at all a bird hunter, go to your local club. They have these competitions through the summer, through the winter. Sometimes there's a fall turkey shoot. I think Brett
Yep.
talked to that here.
Yeah, so the club over here, Ephrata, has one coming up the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so the 29th. It's a typical meat shoot. Come out, shoot
Okay.
games like Annie Oakley's, shoot 16-yard trap. I think we're going to set 5 stand-up for it again.
I heard.
I've heard that. And you win some bacon, win some sausage. It's a good time. The meat's really good. It's
And
from
I'm
local
going to
places.
throw this out there. I'm not a member of this club, so I don't know, but a lot of other things that I've done, whether it's steel challenge, trap, you name it, any level is welcome, right? You
Yeah,
don't have to be an
Indians-
expert.
No.
There will
Correct.
be people that would love to tutor you, love to
Yes.
give you pointers. There's something about maybe being placed on a team with people that are really good, and everybody rolls out the welcome mat. And
Yeah.
I would imagine this is the exact same kind of thing,
Yes.
right? So don't be timid, don't be shy. There's nothing to be embarrassed. This is how you learn. Everybody had to learn this somehow, right?
And it's another great way to pick up tips and tricks for
Yeah,
bird
to be
hunting.
around people that are doing that, and
Yeah.
just you can learn years of information a weekend, right? So
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
just want to make sure that people that might be on the fence just come on out, and
And-
people help you. So,
Def-
Not just for club members, it's open to everybody.
Yeah.
right,
And
that's really nice.
speaking back into the wild birds, really dust off your shotgun before you come.
Yeah.
Because
That was
That
my
will
next
help.
item here.
Chucker
was
particularly,
training
really.
as far as the
Yes.
shotgun goes. We talk about the dog and
challenging bird to shoot.
yeah. So what makes them so challenging? What's the difference? You know,
The
I
way
think
they
people
fly.
seen a pheasant, but yeah.
So the terrain they're in and the way they fly, most chucker shots you're shooting downhill, which is the shot that you don't usually see on birds.
You don't
other
practice that
than
at the range.
chucker. So a lot of people end up shooting over these birds
Okay.
because they're a dropping target, and they're
Okay.
picking up speed while they're dropping pretty
Yeah.
rapidly.
They're accelerating through the whole thing pretty much, right?
yeah,
yeah.
they're very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a uniform pass through
It's-
like maybe the clay pigeon is,
Or a
right?
pheasant. Pheasants generally are a nice, easy rising target. They're a big target. They got a great aiming point with that ring around their neck.
And they have a very predictable
Yeah,
flight
they
pattern,
rise
don't
and
they?
plane. A chucker
Yep.
rises and dives.
Yeah. Or just dives.
And
Or
they're
just
so
dives.
maneuverable. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So let's talk about somebody super interested, maybe comes out and does a couple intro items or something. What kind of training or proficiency does somebody have to maintain, or how do you maintain it? Can you do that at the trap and at
Absolutely.
at your
Oh, yeah.
range and stay proficient?
Definitely.
I'll be
Shotgun
honest with you. I
shooting-
shot with a group at my club, and they were all extremely good. And I was, like my second time doing it, and I could hang with them. But then I realized they got the whole place memorized, right? And you aim at the one funny colored pine, and then as soon as you hear the trap machine, you fire. And I'm like, whoa, we're not using lead or nothing, right? So as the clay pigeons come out, some will hit the ground, some will come up. I mean, it seemed to be great training, but that's pretty
Yeah.
much what you got to do, right?
You make it what you need to make
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
You'll know where your weaknesses are. And,
I mean, as far as all around wing shooting, I don't think you could beat skeet, five
I don't
stand, and
think you
sporting
could.
clays.
no.
yeah, because you're different spots.
Like,
and all
even
that.
just skeet. If
Even
you-
just skeet, swinging the gun,
Yeah.
and getting a smooth swing is
and
90%
operating
of
the
it.
gun, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I purposely put my feet in bad positions in ski.
Okay.
And I purposely put like a box, like a clay box underneath there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
To put my feet in bad positions because that prepares me for a chuckers. Now,
Yeah.
not every range will let you do this,
Yeah.
but you can go out in your backyard, or
Mm-hmm.
not your backyard, but somewhere, and you can throw clay pigeons with a hand thrower and do the same thing. Set up for different angles.
Or
set
have a
up-
buddy, right? It's an
Yep.
awesome buddy
Yep.
sport, that's for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need a buddy.
And your buddy doesn't have to be an expert, and they can be a completely different level than you, because it's. I equate it to golf, even though I'm not a golf guy. Where you're your own worst enemy, right?
Pretty much.
Everybody sees it. You can't fib about the score.
And-
You either hit it or you didn't.
And it's no different than paying for a dog trainer to help
Yeah.
you out for like an hour. So and you and I,
Yeah.
come to find out, actually know the
Yep,
same gal that does.
Yeah, there's some incredible people that show up like every
Yeah.
Wednesday to shoot, right? And
Yep.
just it's a neat thing. And we talked about the shells and the expense, but on the bigger scale, it's not that expensive as far as it could be. You look at long range shooting and some other things, and those are or even arrows, right, are expensive. But this is one of the
And
least
it's-
expensive kind of setups to be able to participate.
And
So.
it's a great, healthy hobby. I mean,
Yeah.
it
Yep.
gets you out and gets you about, and you meet great people.
And
Yeah.
circle back to the prep for the wild bird hunt specifically, shoot a lot.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
cannot shoot enough,
as
right?
much as you can. The more you shoot, the more muscle memory you're building. And when those birds come up and you've got one leg uphill, one leg turned the wrong way downhill,
Yep.
you're going to wish you'd shot more.
Yeah, and I think like you were saying on part of the trap course setup, you don't have everybody necessarily in their box at the exact same time, but it already builds that there's somebody over here.
Yes.
Like sort of intuitively, it's going to start. I don't know, we called them fields of fire, but making sure your awareness of what your boundaries are, because that's going to be big when you get in the field, right?
Tying back to wild birds, these are covey birds. These the pheasants aren't, but they can. We'll put them in groups once in a while.
Every once in a while, they'll group up, they'll
Yeah.
flock
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Yeah,
But
depending on how we hunt or how you hunt, you can somehow herd them like sheep, and they'll be like all of a sudden 5.
they do that. They run.
They have short memories, right? They run and they're like, "What were we running?"
Pheasants run, and
Yeah.
that's why we're getting into the prime time here, because we're starting to get enough weather that
Yeah.
They'll
it's
hold.
going to slow them down. They're going to hold for the dogs again,
Yep.
instead of running them around until you cut them off on structure.
Okay.
And magically you've accidentally pushed 2 or 3 birds at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you end up with a flock,
mean-
which is fun. I mean, it's
Yeah.
great fun to have
I mean-
3 pheasants pop out and you just
Yeah.
unload and you're done sometimes.
Yeah, the second wild bird hunt, we had, I think, 4 come up
Yeah.
out of one
Wow.
bush.
Okay.
I mean, it
That's
doesn't
my-
happen very often, but the chuckers and huns are covey birds. We do have some quail, but they're at the very, very, very bottom. So we'll put an
Yeah.
asterisk on that. That I hope you love elevation, because you're going to lose it and you have
Yeah.
to get it all back.
And it's some scenic terrain. I mean, it's a cool place. So there's so much going for it, and the cost of entry is not very much at all for a package, right? So it's one of the least expensive things. So before we close out, go ahead.
Oh, and I was going to say, we talked about ammo earlier. Buy good ammo.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
It's the cheapest part of your whole
I was going to
hunt.
say it. It's the biggest key to success,
yes.
right?
That's
So-
your connection to the bird, and it is the lowest cost item.
Yeah.
You've spent thousands of dollars on the entire experience, training
Yeah.
beforehand, the shotguns, the gas, and then you cheap out on what's actually going to hit
Yeah.
the bird, knock it down.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
You won't
set
have as
yourself
good
up.
an experience. Spend the extra 50 cents a shell.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're not going to shoot that many that's going to make that much of a difference. It's worth the $5, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Great advice. Well, before we close out here, I don't have much for Rusty's calendar since the calendar's full. Just call.
Yeah.
We'll find slots for you. And when Rusty gets back from his commitment with the Grange folks and stuff, we'll see what it looks like going into January and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we've got a neat partnership built with Mountain Ops. We've got some products on the table there for you guys, and the partnership is good product for fitness and things prior to coming to hunt, and then also maybe some things day of. So I just want to encourage people to check out mountainops.com. Use the code HuntRusty. That'll be up on the web page and also on the YouTube as well. But we talked about with birds and hydration seems
Yes.
to be a common denominator, right? People get maybe their hydration wasn't where
Oh, yeah.
where it should have been.
You will sweat.
Yeah,
It will
this is
be
a
28
constant
degrees
movement.
out,
Yeah,
and you're going to be sweating, even peeling layers off.
Yeah, our mutual friend Pete learned that the
Yeah,
hard way.
yeah. Well, a lot of us have learned it the hard way, yeah, especially older people. But, so there's, we just want to encourage people to get off the couch and be fitness conscious before they go do any adventure,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
But Mountain Ops offers some things that can give you a little bit of an edge, especially when you come into camp. We'll
Yes.
have some stuff for you.
Yeah.
But the hydrate, I like it mimics an IV. You just mix it in a bottle of water. And just keep in mind, this isn't the kind of thing you take because you're cramping up now. You have to work towards it, right?
Yeah.
And so we'd love to help guide you and show you why we like these products. So anyway, if you have any questions about the Mountain Ops stuff, check out their website. They're great people. They answer questions as well. But we're starting to build things that make sense for HRO adventures and the kind of adventures
Yeah.
people are going on. So we got some samples on the table for you guys for today. But
Definitely.
Great products. I've used them for years.
Yeah.
The years before this.
Yep.
So.
And good people, and they support great causes. And I mean, it's just if
Yes.
you're going to spend money on supplements and stuff anyway, it's worth a look.
And they don't.
They've got a whole spectrum of stuff,
yeah,
right? So
they aren't just for the season too.
Yes.
Off-season prep.
yeah,
everything else.
Like the season never ends, right?
Yeah,
So
I
if,
mean-
if you finish up with birds, it's time to train. Be ready for something
Yep,
else.
it's like
and-
dog training. Always be dog training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
Yep.
Yep. So if you want to set up a fitness program using some of these items at home to get ready to come out for mule deer, we got you covered. If you are coming out for the bird stuff, if you're coming out for bow, where it's, hunt was 107 when those guys were
Yeah.
out. If you haven't done anything and you flew in, we don't want your hunt to be cut short. So,
No.
so anyway,
You
so
wanna
these are
enjoy
things you
it.
can use while you're prepping,
Hydrate,
and then
hydrate,
use things
hydrate.
where you're in here. Yeah, and I use their hydrate stuff for women's lacrosse teams and just.
Hydrate and protein.
Yeah. They've got you dialed in. So we really appreciate Courtney and the team at Mountain Ops supporting
Yeah.
us. The Snoqualmie Inn by Hotel America is the perfect location to stay at when visiting the Snoqualmie Valley. With 99 guest rooms, the inn can accommodate travel sports teams and seminars in addition to valley visitors. Enjoy the breakfast buffet, fitness center, and indoor pool before starting your activities. Coaches and parents alike will enjoy the spacious meeting rooms and lounging areas with food and coffee retailers within steps of the front door. Use the promo code SNOWPOD for 12% off. Teams contact Lori Hay for reservations and further discounts. Make the Snoqualmie Inn part of your stay, and don't forget to use the promo code SNOWPOD. That's SNOPOD in all caps. All right. Well, we're getting close on time. Any final words on wild hunts? We know we got some available.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Book.
I was going to say, you need to book one. With Christmas coming up, if somebody reaches out to hiddenranchoutfitters.com, Rusty can set up gift cards.
Yep.
If you got the special person that this would be kind of a unique gift, we're happy to accommodate them. So please just make sure you give us a call. We can do gift cards and set up an adventure for somebody that they may not have bought on their own. And we've got the dogs and everything. So.
Yep. And we got the access, which is...
And the access is the big one, right?
Yep.
So, all right. Well, let's see. What do we call it? The Ephrata Shooting Range? What is
Ephrata Sportsman's Association.
Sportsman's Association. All right. So from the Ephrata Sportsman's Association, really appreciate the generosity to give us a place to podcast.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for making the time. I know you're swamped, just like everybody else, but thank you. And then we'll send anybody that has dog questions, we'll send them your way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, from all of us, be safe out there and take care till the next episode. We'll see you.